Deep, sweet dreams. La 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 la. Sing me to sleep.
Hello? It's probably terrible sound on these headphones. Dude, why is my mic not working? Is the sound really bad or really far away? Anything like that? Because I'm using the sound on these headphones. Hey, sound. Hello, you guys. Hey, Butterfly Kisses. Hey, Amber. Now you are here. Hey, Tess. How bad is it? Because I can do like a different one other mic. It's not horrible. That freaking sucks. Hey, Nicole B. Hey, Seven Lilies. Kimberly, good to see you guys. I have missed you. The last live I had was 8 days ago with Chasing that interview. And I want to do a part two, but some freaking wrench. How do you say that? Like a wrench? Listen, I've had a lot of problems. I'm gonna tell y'all like just talk to you for a minute here at first, and then I want to talk about a couple updates. I haven't seen a lot. Okay, so first let me say thank you, Jay, for being a member for 32 months. So glad you could make it. Can't believe I've been a member for so long. Sound is not the best, but good enough. I cannot believe. I'm sorry. Yeah, I figured I would be quiet. I can't believe my mic isn't working, but let me see. How about that one? Is that better? Okay, so you guys, I lost the phone again in the water, and I should have had it in the pouch, but I guess I got too comfortable, and I sat out on that dock all the time, and I'm just clumsy. It was cracked, and that was it. Well, thanks to fucking two-factor verification or whatever, I haven't been able to get in on my Facebook or my Discord except on my laptop. So I've downloaded a couple things on my YouTube I have a little tablet, and then I've used Bentley's little phone to download stuff to take with me to listen to, because I always listen to stuff while I'm driving, put on a podcast or whatever. And so I've done that, but I have not been home that much. So I haven't talked to anybody. I feel so far removed from the whole world, which could be a good thing, I guess, for a couple of days, right? But I'm ready to get my phone back. So I have Apple Care. They said that it could be between Monday and Wednesday. They still haven't called, but at the longest Friday, in case 1 out of every 100 phones Apple wants back before they send the replacement. So then this couldn't have happened at a worse time, because Friday I had to work the gate at a football game. Well, they also said that, and I'm not watching chat while I'm talking, but I will get back to the chat in just a second. So they said that they needed help. Can you come early, like maybe 4 o'clock? I had to be there at 6. Game starts at 7. We need help at the concession stand. So I came there at 4:30. Remember, I have to be there at 6. Well, at 4:30, they act like they don't even know why I'm there. What? Huh? We don't even put burgers on until this time. You don't have to be at the gate till 6. So I couldn't come home. It's too far away. It's like 20 minutes. So then I was stuck all evening Friday away from home with no phone, no nothing, right? Then Saturday is my niece's birthday, and we went to the fair and we went out to get birthday cake and stuff. So I'm gone that whole evening. Today we had this like grandparents thing real early in the morning. It's just been one thing after another, day after day. And I feel, like I said, I feel like I'm on another planet. I don't know half of what's going on. We're going to look for some true crime updates tonight. I want to go through like a little bit of crime online and just hang out. I have a really good update with Laken Snelling, like informative. When I say good, I mean it's informative. It answers a lot of questions that we had. And then I just wanted to hang out with you guys and talk for a moment because it's been so long. I'm glad I'm back too. I've missed you guys. I've missed YouTube in general. And like, I'm kind of thinking I still want to do true crime, but I have a little bit of a different direction I want to go in. Life changed so much for me like a little while over a year ago, and things have just not settled really since. And the temperature has changed a lot on YouTube, and I've changed a lot. And I just I still want to do live streams, but I want to do something different. I'm not going to give it away like the ideas that I have right now, but yeah. And then maybe that'll bring some like excitement back to me to come, because I'm always interested in the conversations and talking with you guys and these cases. Like it really does truly interest me. But I don't know, like life has been really stressful lately, and when you're like that, like it's hard to want to get on and come and talk to people. Like I get stressed out, anxious, stuff like that, and I'm just like, ugh, like I want to be alone, like a hermit, and just leave me alone. And I'm talking about all people. Like I just need to be singularly alone. When I get like that, I really am bad for that. But anyway, it's always great to grow and evolve. That's true. I'm really excited. Totally get it. Yes, Amber, I know you do. Ooh, I love your picture. And like I talked to Jen, because I haven't talked to anybody. I saw her in a chat. She had messaged me, so I went and I got on Facebook, got it, and we had like a StreamYard, and we were just talking and hanging out. And she told me that she was on panel with you. I didn't know that. I've missed so much. I'm so sorry I wasn't there. Hey, Elle, good to see you. I've missed seeing all you guys. And yeah, just not a fun thing when you do lose like contact with everyone. I guess, and on one hand, the unplugging can be good, but on the other hand, it sucks too. Like, miss my friends. Completely understandable. I sort of hibernate when I'm overwhelmed. Yep, that's exactly me, Teacup. Can totally relate, Alex. I overthink things a lot. Same. And have to power through and convince myself it's healthy to get out there and socialize even when I don't want to. Same. Angela says, I live in Grand Blanc, Missouri. I don't know. Am I right about that? Less than a quarter mile past the church. Oh, the Mormon church, right? The person that did this went to my high school. I was graduated before he was there. I have friends that knew him. It's weird. Oh my God. I'm so sorry, Angela. I bet that is weird. Oh, I would have joined. I would have loved to. Next time I will. Oh my gosh, Nicole. I'm just happy to see you guys. But okay. Hey, Peanut Butter Conspiracy. I don't know if I got to say hi to you, but happy to see you too. And Nate, I was thinking about you. I'm like, I hope people don't think I'm ignoring them. So if you are a person out there that thinks like I'm just not answering, like Angie thought, because I did finally hear from her through Facebook just a minute ago. And she's like, I've been worried sick. What's going on? If you have been worried or thinking I'm ignoring you, just know I'm not. I can't wait to get my phone back. I will be checking like Discord and Facebook occasionally, but it's pretty rare. So until I get it back, I'll be coming on here though. At least StreamYard, I'm already logged into. I did go in the water after the phone neat. Thankfully, I had on a bathing suit and it was kind of hot. So it wasn't that bad. But yeah, I had to or they wouldn't try to give me a new one. Hey, Brandy. Hey, Lisa. Michigan. Okay, I was at church before for a neighbor's funeral. I feel bad because I don't know much of what's going on with any cases. There is one update. Let's go ahead and get into that. I can't wait to show you guys this because when we first initially looked at this case, we all had so many questions. Like, huh? What? How did this happen? The roommates like called it in. Laken Snelling. There's been a lot more. Oh my God. I am so not used to talking on here. There's been more information released and it's tough to listen to. I will say that. So just be warned. This is you cannot understand it. You almost can't comprehend it at all. But it's very interesting what we've learned. So we've got some affidavits and different things that this article I feel like is pretty good. It puts together all of this pretty well. Oh my God, Elle, I lost a phone in a porta potty once. It stayed where it plopped. Oh my God, that would be awful. I would have left it though too. Well, I don't know because if you don't have it, you can't always get a replacement. And I thought, neat, you know what? It's not free anymore. I'm paying this time $100. Before it was free with like a service charge to the retailer. But hey, Hoodie and a Crowbar. Okay. So I just wanted to explain to you guys where I've been. Also, one last thing I want to say, trying to keep up with YouTube and what I usually watch and what my friends are up to and stuff like that has been difficult as well, because I didn't realize that when you are fed, like your subscription feed for your account is different with what device you're on. And on YouTube or on the computer, I get completely different stuff. Even when I hit live, it doesn't show me people who are live, even the streams I usually watch. I don't know. It's been kind of a pain in the ass to find things, but let's see what's going on together. Like I said, we're going to go look at Crime Online after this. I have not done that at all. So, but this I did grab prior to because I saw it and wanted to read it to you guys. So, Laken Snelling's roommates allegedly heard loud noises at 4 a.m., then found evidence of childbirth. The former University of Kentucky senior told authorities that she passed out on top of her newborn and thought he was dead, the affidavit alleges. So remember, Laken was on the stunt team at the University of Kentucky. She hadn't been posting a lot on social media. She had a few though, here and there. And there was just a lot of questions when this first came out, and not just immediately, like for a while, there wasn't really much information. So new details are emerging in the case of the former University of Kentucky cheerleader whose newborn was found dead in a trash bag in her off-campus apartment. On August, my thoughts have completely changed on this, you guys. I'm angry. I'm gonna just tell you now. I'm angry. This is pretty damn infuriating. Wolfie, hey, I've missed you. And thank you for being a member for 51 months. 51. Thank you, Wolfie. And yeah, good to see you. Okay. So on August 31st, 4 days after giving birth, Laken, 21, was arrested after someone found her baby in her closet and called 911. She was a senior at the time, charged with abuse of a corpse, tampering with physical evidence, and concealing the birth of an infant. She has pleaded not guilty. Remember, we had questions. about charges that might be coming. So at about 4 a.m. on August 27th, Snelling allegedly gave birth to a boy that fell onto the floor of her bedroom, the affidavit says. And we can go to that hyperlink in a moment. Snelling told authorities she was awake for about 30 minutes before she passed out. When she was awake, the baby was turning blue, this is a quote, and purple, leading her to believe he was dead, according to the affidavit. She wrapped the baby up, quote, like a burrito, and laid it on the floor next to her because it gave her a little comfort in the moment, unquote, according to the affidavit. She apparently fell asleep again and woke up at 7:30 a.m. when her alarm went off. She placed the baby in the towel and the placenta in a black trash bag and put it in her closet, according to the affidavit. Her roommates said they heard a loud noise around 4 a.m. More than 4 hours later, she told them she passed out and fell, causing the loud noise. Now, I will say, childbirth at home, I don't know about loss of blood, stuff like that. It's possible she actually did pass out. I don't know. I know. Yes, Teacup, she did. She did, and that's what makes me mad. That's what I was talking about. That is pretty infuriating that we're learning now. So it goes on to say, after that, she told police she left her apartment, skipped class, sat in her car, get this, ordered food, and went and picked it up. She did go to the student clinic, but she didn't go inside, the affidavit alleges. While she was gone, her roommates, remember we had questions, how was the baby found when the person called 911? Here's the information. Neat, remember talking about this? So while she was gone, roommates go into her room and found a blood-soaked towel on the floor and a plastic bag containing evidence of childbirth. That is a quote from the affidavit. The caller said the baby was, quote, cold to the touch, unquote, according to an incident report obtained by Fox 56. Can you imagine the horror and the trauma? Like, I cannot imagine going into my roommate's room. They're obviously suspicious of something, going into my roommate's room and finding something like this. And then, checking to see, like, should I be given CPR? That, like, my heart goes out to these people. I'm so glad that they did find him and call 911, but also, God, I cannot imagine. That is just terrible. Yep, she had time to call 911. She went at McDonald's and sat and ate food. She returned to her apartment at 10:30, and there she is met by police. So she comes home after hiding her baby or whatever. I don't want to say that insensitively. After putting the baby in the closet, cleaning up, putting evidence of childbirth, is what the affidavit said, into a bag and hiding that. Then you go and you eat, and you're just like, I'm going to drive into the parking lot of the health clinic, but I'm not going to go in. I don't know. I wouldn't either, Teacup. I don't think I could be able to get that image out of my head. That poor kid who found the baby. Oh my God. And then cold to the touch, like, just, of course. And they should have touched the baby, like I said, to try to assess, should we be trying to give life-saving measures like CPR until 911 gets here, which you're going to listen to the 911 operator, but if they're cold to the touch, they're not going to do that. And it's just so sad just thinking about that. So many women would have loved that baby. Yep, you're right. That's one of the most infuriating things about cases like this. Like, there's so many people out there who can't have kids, have never been able to, or just can't after having some, that would give anything to change someone's life like that, to try to, I don't know. It's just, and it would change their life too. There are so many people who would probably cut off their left arm, literally, to have a baby. So she returns to her apartment and is met by police. Oh my God. I'm sure her heart dropped in that moment, and I hope she felt all the nerves. I know that might sound like whatever, but she was taken to the police department and then to the hospital for treatment after asking to be, quote, checked out, unquote, medically, according to an arrest citation reviewed by People. At the hospital, she allegedly told medical personnel that she guessed, and they quote that the baby was alive and that she heard the baby, quote, make a whimper, the affidavit says. On September 2nd, Snelling appeared in court where she entered a not guilty plea to the charges. She then returned Friday, September 26th, and waived her right to a preliminary hearing, allowing a grand jury to be impaneled and weigh whether to indict her. She's at home on house arrest right now. So I'm sorry. When you are not telling people that you're having a baby, I would like to know more, when we find out more about any medical appointments she might have had while she was pregnant, and you have your baby at home, and then I don't know, I hope that she's punished the way she deserves to be. And I don't know. So, okay. So here was the first hyperlink in the article. A search warrant of Snelling's phone showed searches pertaining to pregnancy, including photos of her during labor and concealed or hidden pregnancy. Photos of her during labor. Okay. Now, the affidavit says some of the photos of labor were deleted, which police write leads them to believe other items could have also been deleted in an attempt to hide any evidence of the pregnancy, birth, and newborn baby. Oh my gosh. Cause of death revealed for student found hanging from tree on college campus. We have to look at this for a second. I had not seen this.
News starts now with breaking news.
We'll get to those stories in just a moment.
So I apologize. Let's see. His death has been ruled as suicide. Huh. Wow.
But first, this breaking news about the death of Trey Reed.
The state medical examiner ruling his death as suicide. According to the state medical examiner's office, the findings from the autopsy are consistent with the initial investigation, which found no signs of foul play.
Okay, so I had a live plan that I still want to do with Tess and Nicole B. and anybody else who felt like they wanted to speak on it. There you are. And hey, Shauna, during that live, I had an article I wanted to show you guys that goes through, if you knew how many young Black men have been found like this over the last 10, 20 years, you would be shocked. And if you knew, a lot of them are ruled suicide, pretty much all of them. And some of them have things that just don't add up in the case. And there's some really interesting ones I want to talk about with you guys. That is important to me. We're still going to do it. I hope you ladies will still join me to do that because, yeah, I think it's important. I'm not surprised it was ruled a suicide. But where's the video footage of him walking? I'm not saying of him actually taking his own life, right? I'm just saying there has to be footage of him on his way to do that. And maybe there will be, because some of the cases I had researched, there was one guy who everyone was like, no way, he would never do this. It makes no sense. It doesn't add up. And later on, there was footage released of him about to do it from a security camera. So it happened to actually be, but I just don't believe that all of the cases that are ruled suicide are. I want to talk about this more in depth. Not surprised, but I need more details than just they found no foul play, it's ruled a suicide. I can accept it if the evidence is there and the facts like point in that direction, but I can't accept it at face value. I'm sorry, not after everything. There was this one young man, he was a dad, and he had a lawsuit against his local police department at the time. And there's just, oh my God, there's so many different ones actually. And we'll talk, I really shouldn't just give little details like this without being able to remember all of their details, their names, and show their faces. I think they deserve that. So I'll stop and we'll talk about this more later, but just know we're still going to do that. Yes, Nicole B. Who was that? Colin Kaepernick. He has agreed to pay for a private autopsy. So let's wait for the results of that as well. I have noticed they typically rule it suicide from the start, which makes me believe they do not fully research. That's an uncommon way for people of color to do that to themselves. It's even uncommon for men. So that's interesting because that first night we were doing some research and Nunya was saying that if you look at the rates of white men versus black men and how often they're likely to use this particular method, black men did it. White men were doing it twice as often. So it was uncommon for black men to do that this way. Anyway, and I think you're exactly right. I worry that they don't do the research they should. I want to see the footage and let's see that private autopsy because, yeah, it's uncommon in the USA. It's easier to get a gun. Yeah, I knew it would be ruled like that. There are so many it happens to. I can't wait till we talk about this more because I don't know, I get excited because I'm passionate about it, but not excited as if it's a good thing, if that makes sense. But it's so important. And I don't really give a shit if there's only 30 people watching. I want to talk about it, but I want to do it justice. And I don't think this is the best way, but we have to look at the update. I mean, it was right there and I hadn't seen that yet. But this article, it only showed 10. Outside of that article, I found many more. And, I think it's hard for people to accept a loved one doing this anyway, right? So you might not believe it at first, but some things are very suspicious. So anyway. When we do the live, Adrian, I'll try to get the numbers. However, whom are the scorekeepers? Twist says, fair question for sure. Oh, Nicole B, I'm so sorry. It is an important conversation. Me too, Neat. Me too. But, I do trust the courts and trust the police in general to an extent. However, I do know that there are bad people in every group of people, right? And that's why we can't just group people together. And I need to see the evidence. I can't just be told. And sometimes it just doesn't make sense. And I'll leave it at that for now. We'll talk more about it in the coming days. I can't wait either, Hoodie and a Crowbar. Thank you. Okay. So, wait, let's go back and see. Before we go to Crime Online, I do want to see if there's any other little details here, because I hadn't looked at this one or the People hyperlink. She heard a whimper and she guessed the baby was alive. If you guessed the baby was alive, I'm sorry. Why would you not call? Don't you have care and concern for your child? It doesn't add up Again, here we go. Doesn't add up. Something ain't right here. Here we go. So here's a little bit more information. The police department reports that a search warrant for Snelling's social media accounts found searches including different things pertaining to pregnancy, images of her during labor, photos of her doing things ordinary pregnant women should not be doing, and a concealed or hidden pregnancy. Additionally, they believed other items and information may have been deleted relating to pregnancy and, quote, to the birth of the full-term baby, unquote. Her roommates heard the loud noises at 4 a.m. We had already went over that. I won't give you that again. I just want to see if there are any other little details. I think she'll be charged with more, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Will she and should she? How do you guys feel? I'm really curious. Case going to the grand jury. Let me see what you guys say, and we'll come over and check out the news together. It sickens me and better not end in a plea deal. Good point, Neat. She said, quote, turning blue, unquote. Babies born deceased don't turn colors. They need to be alive to have a change in color. God, I'm sorry, you guys. Even just like saying some of this is hard because I know that it could be a really touchy subject for people personally. This is something that, like I said, there are a lot of people who've struggled to have babies and stuff, and that it's tough details, but it's the truth. And I don't want to, again, I can't fucking stand when people won't say murder or rape and they say pew pew and unalive and grape. And I can understand if your message needs to reach more people, you might want to dial back on some of the language, but I think there are some words that are pretty important that we don't soften like that. But talking about it factually is important. It's just sometimes not easy, but okay. The lack of any care for a helpless life is horrifying. Just call and give it a chance to be adopted. I would watch more channels if they use the real words. Frustrates me, Nicole. It's like, really? Honestly, my videos, I always say the real words. And honestly, I cuss way too much, like for advertisers, what they would probably think. And YouTube I never get any kind, like all my videos end up being that they get ads on them and stuff like that. And I've never been, I don't know, never had an issue. So if that's why people do it, stop. And also, is money the most important fucking thing? Like, really? Some things are just not, there's no money that can make it okay or make it worth it. Some things are, I don't know. You're right, Butterfly Kisses. Safe haven boxes exist for a reason. If we candy coat the words, the impact and truth is lost. Agree. I totally agree. What about the girl that did the same thing pretty much? They decided she was too pretty for jail, and so basically she got away with it. Wait, was it a high school cheerleader? Oh, I appreciate you guys. Nicole. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Dog the Bounty Hunters, cop son fired after chase ends in crash. Oh my God. Killing uninvolved teen. That is fucking sad, man. Wow. Let's look at this and just get. when we do these kind of lives, it's not really about deep dive in a case. It's more about just kind of seeing what's going on in a broad sense, more than one thing, multiple things, seeing things that many people never see. Like, hell, like I've been watching, like I told you guys, on my tablet, some YouTube just, and then on my Bentley's phone, and then on my laptop. And I don't get the same videos I get on my phone. And I'm missing a lot of things. Like, I'm not seeing that much. I don't know. It's just whatever algorithm your device is in at that time. People just don't see what actually is going on in the world. And it's to my long-winded, sorry. I'm just saying, I like to get a good idea of what's actually going on. So it'll be just a few details quickly. An Alabama police officer has been fired after a chase ended in a crash that killed an uninvolved teenager. Gary Chapman, son of Dwayne Chapman, lost his job as a result of the September 6th crash. Tristan Hollis, 17, was killed when Archie Hale rammed into the car, carrying him and 3 other teens after Priceville police officers decided to chase Hale, a drunk driving suspect. Wow. Hale he's been charged with murder now. Chapman, no charges. The 3 other teens were hospitalized, and then this young man passed away, Tristan Hollis. That's pretty dumb to chase someone who you suspect to be driving drunk. Like, I guess. Accidentally said gun on panel and it was not good. Are you serious? Oh my God. Aw, Adrian, well, I'm glad that you're here. I promise I'm going to be on more. And especially once I get my phone, that's where I do thumbnails and stuff. So that's why today looked a little funny. Roxanne. Yeah, they use their real words on the news. Not charged with negligent homicide. Now, the drunk driver was, but I don't know. Massachusetts man sentenced for killing second wife, 41 years after conviction for killing the first. My God. 68-year-old Massachusetts man. He was sentenced to 25 to life. It was the second time Kenneth Robson had been convicted of killing a wife. Update. Florida teen fakes kidnapping. Shoots himself in the leg to continue the ruse. What? For what? Did any of you guys get this Amber Alert? The sheriff said, quote, to continue the ruse, Caden, who had a handgun with him since the beginning of all of this, chose to shoot himself in the leg, causing a non-life-threatening injury just prior to walking out to the roadway where he would be located by citizens in Williston. There is 0 chance his gunshot wound came from any type of assailant. My God. Well, that's sad. And also, hey, Bushi. I'm sorry, J13. Right, they do, Sarah. And even if it's by the same user, because one of the devices is logged into my channel. No, wait, 2. And then there's one that's not. And they're all different. And I can't get the tablet in my, because I don't have the 2, I don't have my phone, so I can't do the two-way authentication, whatever they call that. I have seen, though, and I've just a little bit that I've been able to catch up, that a lot of there's a lot of conspiracy theories and stuff surrounding the death of Charlie Kirk, and some of it may be just about him in general and not about his murder. I wanted to cover the case, but I don't think I'm going to, because I wanted to just go through the factual information. But at this point, and I just don't think it's a good idea. So I'm just going to watch and see what happens with that one. But just because he's right here, it made me think of it. All right, so suspect murders couple throws their tot son in pond because she wouldn't leave her husband for him. So here they are, but the picture will go away when we click on the article. Oh my God, look at the baby. Oh my God. And looks like the baby did not survive either. It's the way it was written. It made me curious if maybe they could have. So a Pennsylvania man who was accused of murder last month was officially charged Monday with also killing the victim's wife and 1-year-old son. So Jose Rodriguez is 61. He's charged with murdering Geraldina Mancebo, 31, Junior Cabrera Colon, 31, and their son, Jaden Peguero. Reading police said Rodriguez shot the couple because she would not leave her husband for him. Rodriguez was accused of killing Peguero, so that's the woman, and her son on September 12th, a day before. Wow, before he killed the husband. He reportedly picked up the mother and son in Reading and drove them to another township where he fatally shot the mother as she held her son. The DA said that he then drove the baby down the street and threw him face down in a shallow pond and left him to die. See, oh my God. It's infuriating because this shit doesn't get attention. And this is what makes me want to do lives like this, which I don't know. I'm sorry. I can't believe that something like this wouldn't be everywhere. Like Jose Rodriguez, fuck this guy, and why wouldn't his face be everywhere in this? But it's not. And it's unfortunate. Let me not go down that. I will every live we do like this, I'll go down that and have a tangent. I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to keep going. So throws the baby face down in a shallow pond and left him to die. The defendant indicated to detectives he was infuriated because he said that Geraldina was taking his money, and he admitted that he shot Geraldina in the back of the head. So all three of them worked together at a warehouse. Apartment staff say they never saw the husband. A day after the mother and son's murders, Rodriguez allegedly shot and killed Cabrera Colon during an argument in Reading. He reportedly confessed to killing Geraldina. How do I say her name again? Geraldina. After confronting him about his involvement with his wife. My God. He shot him in the back of the head and took his body to a grassy area. The whole family. And here they are again. That is shocking. That's fucking terrible, man. Excuse my language, but I can't help it with oh my God, what a beautiful family too. Look at them. And his little cheeks. He sprinkled donut. Okay. Let's keep going. I want to get through as many as we can, just so we're all aware together of what the hell is going on out there. Alleged drunk driver hits mom on bike and drives 8 blocks with her body in the windshield. This is not an article, though, that I can read because it's a podcast that's linked here from Joseph Scott Morgan. He's a forensics teacher at Jacksonville State and a death investigator. He's often on with Nancy Grace. He was a medical examiner for many years. I think medical examiner. But so that's his podcast. If you guys are interested, you can go to Crime Online and just click the link and listen to it. But okay. Oh God. Wisconsin elementary school teacher cries in court after sexually enticing an 11-year-old boy. Oh, every fucking time. I say this every time we do this, and I'm going to keep saying it because it's the truth and it keeps fucking happening. Every single time we do a live, just going through like this, Crime Online or other websites, there are a couple other ones we'll look at. There are several themes that are always there, and teachers with kids, and it's more females these days, I feel like, that we see and hear about than even males. Teachers, preachers, coaches, family members, trusted people hurting our kids in the summertime, hot car deaths. Like there are certain things that you always see, and I'm sick and fucking tired of seeing it. But let's hear about this. And I'll try to keep myself calm. A former Wisconsin elementary school teacher reportedly cried in court after pleading guilty Monday to having sexual contact with an 11-year-old. What in the hell can you find attractive about an 11-year-old child as a grown-ass woman? You sick bitch. And listen here, this is the facts. She's not, whatever's wrong with her ain't going away. And of course, they'll release her eventually and she'll be out to do it again. I'm so sick of seeing that shit. So she pled guilty to child enticement with sexual contact and sexual misconduct by school staff. She took a plea deal which dismissed several other charges, including first-degree child sexual assault. Like, really? Really? That's bullshit. I get it. I get, the prosecutor wants to win his case, right? They want this person to be locked up at least for a little bit or pay somewhat for what they've done. Why are we making deals with people and taking away charges like first-degree child sexual assault? The allegations dated back to 2023 after Bergman met the victim at Rivercrest Elementary School. The victim's parents said they noticed their son communicating daily with Bergman, who at the time was his 5th grade teacher. The boy's father went to the school with a printout of text messages between the pair, prompting the principal to contact law enforcement. Thank God he did. A phone record searched by law enforcement confirmed the defendant had inappropriate contact with the student. There was one message exchange that showed the victim and defendant discussing making out. Victim, haha, bro, I just want to make out with you. Bergman, I do too, like all the time. In another message, Bergman professed her love for the victim, telling him that she loved him more than anyone, but had to, quote, be an adult and stop, unquote. Good on Dad for paying attention to what's going on and catching this. The child told investigators that he spoke almost daily with Bergman and that they kissed and touched each other either after school or during lunch. Local news reports police uncovered close to 100 letters, love notes, and artwork inside the folder in Bergman's classroom. Over 35,000 text messages were found between the pair and over 30 emails. The victim also confirmed Bergman had touched him inappropriately while other children were not watching. What the?
Former elementary school teacher in
See if it'll
Hudson
show
is
her
now
crying.
set to stand judge.
24-year-old Madison Bergman facing a judge for the first time Monday since being arrested and charged 5 months ago for having an alleged relationship with a student.
It always gets me when, all of a sudden the emotions and the care and the concern and the humanity kicks in when your ass is about to have to pay for what you've done. It's funny. It's like, reminds me of Megan Boswell. All you literally care about is yourself. You are sad that you're in trouble.
Bergman was a fifth grade teacher at Rivercrest Elementary in Hudson when the district attorney says the principal contacted school resource officer Tracy Hall with information about the suspected inappropriate contact and had proof.
You take the stand?
That Hall detailed on the stand, answering questions about the more than 33,000 explicit
God.
text messages between Bergman and the victim that date back to last year, as well as emails and handwritten.
I thought it was going to show her. It's not, but so we're going to continue on because I want to get to a few more things before we go. But oh my God. Oh, here, North Carolina dad arrested after 4-year-old daughter dies in hot car. 4-year-old. That's so sad. I just don't understand. I don't understand how this happens. And it happens a lot. Hey, Coffee and Skeletons. There's another teacher from the same school. Oh, God. She was their nanny and she was messing with their son. Yeah, 33,000. A body was discovered in a wheel well of an American Airlines plane in Charlotte, North Carolina. Ohio men formally charged in connection with death of pregnant woman found in a tote. Oh, my God. Beautiful girl. 2 Ohio men have been indicted in connection with the death of a pregnant woman who was found in a tote in rural Montgomery County last month. Ricky Shepard and James Rothenbush. I just want to click in so we have her name. Her name is Brittany Firststorm. She was only 28. Her body was wrapped in towels and tarps and sealed in the tote with wood screws. These dudes look awful. Like, they just look like rough folks. You know what I mean? That's so sad. Texas minister charged with child pornography. No way. So there is a person in a position that we should, most people would trust. Huh. Messing with children. Attracted to children. A Texas minister has been charged with distributing child pornography after an investigation found nude photos of girls on his computer. The church has since removed him from his responsibilities. The investigation began when a 26-year-old told detectives she believes he stole a nude image from her iCloud account 9 years earlier and then sent the image of the victim and told her he wanted more pictures. She was only 17 at the time. Oh, the defendant then sent her a video, oh my God, depicting someone being physically assaulted, accompanied by a statement implying that he did not want that to happen to her. She was scared to tell her parents. They were very religious, and she didn't want them to get mad about her taking a nude photo of herself. Oh my God. I did see something I think that we need to look at just quickly in Louisiana. Oh, it'll take her. I'll go back so you can see her picture. But there's a woman in Louisiana. Let's see. St. Francis, near the St. Francis Medical Center emergency room in Monroe. She hasn't been seen in days. She's 68 years old. She has a medical condition that impairs her judgment. 5 foot tall, 130 pounds, hazel eyes and hazel hair. So this is her. You never know when this might be near one of you guys. So I just wanted to make sure to show that. Oh my God. Mom found a drunk man passed out in daughter's bedroom with his pants down. He was trespassing, but did the daughter have him there? Mom said, "What are you doing in my daughter's bedroom?" I don't know why I said it, air. The mom screamed as she kicked the 23-year-old man who ran out of the house. Yes, I do, because I saw this. I'm sorry. Pittsburgh police said the mom fired 2 shots into the air, which alerted 4 other men who dragged him into a home next door. Oh, my God. No other details have been provided. Colorado trio arrested with drugs, live pipe bomb, and forged IDs. Missing Georgia woman. We'll come back to that. Florida man decapitated, cooked, and ate pet peacocks to spite neighbor. He was arrested last week for allegedly eating, killing, and cooking his pet peacocks. Oh my God. Man, I know she does mean business. That was awesome of her mom and the dudes who dragged him in the house. But what the fuck? Pet peacocks? Like, how is this not in more places? Just because it's that bizarre. So on September 23rd, Craig Vogt put a letter in a neighbor's mailbox stating that he killed 2 peacocks that roamed in his front yard. The note also indicated that he decapitated the birds and let them bleed out as he prepared to eat them for dinner. The neighbor said she would feed the peacocks that roamed in his yard, and he allegedly threatened to kill the birds if she kept feeding them. The neighbor called Pasco County Police upon finding the letter. Officers interviewed him, who said he and the neighbor had a long-standing feud about feeding the peacocks. He then confessed to killing 2 of the birds out of spite before cooking them in the frying pan and eating them. He told police he did it, quote, to prove a point, unquote. He's on a $25,000 bond. Wow. Dude, how lucky and blessed are you if you have fucking peacocks coming up in your yard? That is cool as hell. What is wrong with you? Every little creature that comes around my house, I'm like, good to it. Even the spiders, I'm not getting rid of them. For real. Now, out on the dock, I do like try to, and up here, but it doesn't happen up here much, like at the dock, spider webs. Oh my God. When one day there will be so many. So I will like take those down. But seriously, you see like today I saw another eagle. It flew right over the house. There's a nest right by our house. And that's so cool. I feel so lucky and so blessed that I get to see eagles like that. You know, and then even if it's a cardinal, even if it's a blue jay, even if it's a bunny, even if it's whatever, I'm like, oh my gosh, how cool. Even if it's a nasty, scary snake, I still think I love living in a place where there's so much wildlife. I can't imagine being like this. And here's the thing. If you have a problem with the fucking peacocks, move. Oh, we got lizards too, J13. They're so cute. Hey, guilty of crime. It looks like that peacocks can be eaten. They must be protected, maybe. Prove what point? You cannot make this shit up. All right. Let's keep looking, though. We need to see what else is going on. So, 11-year-old girl saves mom from murderous dad with knife. A Pennsylvania man violated an order of protection from abuse Sunday afternoon when he broke into his estranged wife's parents' home, stabbed her and their 11-year-old daughter. Oh my God. He then attacked his wife's parents, then stabbing himself. The mother and her 2 children, the 11-year-old girl and 8-year-old boy, had moved into her parents' home to get away from his constant abuse. He kicked the back door in, had some sort of conversation with the wife, and that's when she wouldn't let him in. That's when he kicked the door in and attacked. He physically broke a window door to get into the house and began attacking her with a knife. The 11-year-old girl stepped between her mother and the enraged attacker and was also stabbed. The 11-year-old saved her mother's life. The parents also interfered, with the mother suffering stab wounds while the father was kicked in the head, Law and Crime reported. The 8-year-old boy ran to a neighbor's for help. Oh my God almighty. That one. Okay. Bodies of Mississippi mom and taught daughter found 140 miles from home. U.S. Marine veteran opens fire on, oh, this was in North Carolina. And this is scary. We spend so much time on the water at all the shops and stores and stuff. This is not far. It's south from me, but not far. And it's very similar place to where I go all the time. He pulls right up to the restaurant from his boat in the water and just starts shooting. It's so sad. Killing 3. I have to catch up with David's case, so I'm not going to get into that. U.S. Marine veteran opens fire on Michigan LDS church. That's what we were just talking about. 2 people dead from that and 8 injured. Video. Man tells news station he killed his parents in 2017 and buried their bodies. DNA evidence links a serial killer to 1991 Austin yogurt shop murders of 14 girls. So, and many other things. Here, mom boyfriend charged after 9-year-old boy found weighing 30 pounds. I have to see this one. And then we have traveling horse vet charged with sexual battery against teen girl. Barry Morphew didn't walk free, right? He just got out on bond. Nancy, come on. Husband kills wife during an argument over her weight after pregnancy. Okay, we have 2 more we're going to look at, and we'll end with the missing girl from Georgia. But I definitely want to look at these 2, and then let me get up here to the missing girl. Okay. Mom and boyfriend charged after 9-year-old boy found weighing 30 pounds, severely malnourished. This happened in Ohio. Angel Holland and Aaron Stalling have been charged with 3 counts each of felonious assault and endangering children for that boy and 2 other children ages 8 and 6. Court records describe Holland as the 9-year-old's custodian and say she's had custody of him since 2020. Police in Elmwood Place, a tiny village almost completely surrounded by Cincinnati, were called to a home on September 13th for a child not breathing. They found this 9-year-old boy in cardiac arrest and revived him before taking him to the children's hospital. He was 30 pounds, severely malnourished, and had a core body temp of 80 degrees. Holland told investigators he had complained of a stomachache 3 days earlier and had fallen recently, but she did not seek medical care. On the day he stopped breathing, she said she was preoccupied with another child, but admitted hearing the boy having trouble breathing. When told the child's weight and that he was malnourished, she said, "We feed him." There were also other signs of physical abuse. They found multiple items in the home of evidentiary value, including bungee cords, a belt, and soiled towels. They do have bonds, but it's high, $600,000 each, and the 9-year-old remains hospitalized and is still fighting for his life. My God. The other kids are also severely underweight, but they're going to survive. But oh my gosh, I really hope this little guy pulls through, and I'm glad they got him the fuck away from these people. Hey, Bendy. They never show them. They don't show their pictures. They show some of them before you click, like they preview use a picture to preview it, but that's it. Hey, Solo Angel Mom. Bendy, I was just talking about you. Nothing too much, just that we had to talk on StreamYard yesterday or whatever because I hadn't talked to you. Okay. I want to look at this one as well. And then, like I said, we'll end with the next one. So a 25-year-old California man has been charged with the death of his wife, who was found decomposing in trash bags in their LA apartment earlier this month. June Bunyan, a 37-year-old legal worker who had moved to the U.S. from Scotland to pursue a legal career, was found dead on September 11th after police got a tip from a sheriff's department about an attempted suicide in Newbury Park. So deputies found Jonathan at a motel with self-inflicted wrist injuries and a note saying he killed his wife. Meanwhile, officers were called about a decomposition smell at the apartment and entered to find, quote, limbs in a plastic bag. The remains were identified as Bunyan, who had a 1-month-old daughter with Renteria. Officials believe she was killed September 4th, a week before she was found. Prosecutors say that he admitted arguing with his wife about her, quote, failure to lose weight following pregnancy. She started to leave and he put her in a chokehold and killed her in the middle of the argument. He was seen leaving the apartment in the middle of the night on September 5th, and he took the baby to his parents' house and came back to dismember her body. He would always comment on her body and weight, one of the neighbors said. I mean, listen, I'm what a piece of shit. If your woman gains a little bit of weight, bringing a sweet little child into this world for you guys, so what? Who gives a fuck? You have a baby out of it. Like, I can't. What a piece of shit. My baby is 22 and I still haven't lost the weight. Thank you, Bendy. Oh, yeah, at the beginning, like before I clicked on it, I showed it, but just for a second. Well, maybe I didn't even show that one. I think it was there, though. I could have been on a roll and not showed it, but thank you so much for linking that. True, Bendy. Let's fix this mess one kid at a time. Thank you, Solo Angel Mom, for being a member for 14 months. I appreciate that. So, we can't get her picture. Let me see. So, Lil Lund was last seen August 23rd in Denver. She went out there for treatment. She was reportedly kicked out of the facility and dropped off at the Colorado Coalition for the Homeless. Oh, my. Oh, no. Missing daughter alert. Please don't scroll past this. Her family reached out to us begging for help, and now we're begging you. Hold up. So Lil Lund, I clicked on it, but I'm just going to read it and leave her picture on. So Lil Lund is only 20 years old. She vanished August 23rd in Denver, Colorado, and has not been seen since. Her family is desperate to bring her home. She's 5'2", brown hair, blue eyes, last seen in red shorts with tassels, gray long-sleeve sweatshirt with a Hazma hand design, and Tiva tattoos. She does not have a phone, ID, or any belongings. She has light pastel butterfly tattoos on her left shoulder and piercings in her ears and belly button. She went to Colorado for treatment, but was left without care and was last seen near the Colorado Coalition for the Homeless off Broadway and Stout Street. Her family fears she is extremely vulnerable and in danger. If you see her, call 911 or the Denver Police Department immediately. Please, we need to spread this everywhere. And then it just has the same picture. Here's the official flyer, actually. Beautiful girl. I hope she's okay. But homeless shelter or coalition or whatever the hell just doesn't seem like a safe place for a young girl, especially she's little. I mean, oh, God. All right, you guys. Oh, Tess, thank you for being a member for 34 months. I see you, Coffee. I love you back, Tess. Thank you so much. Hey, A Million Sparkles. Oh, yay, Bendy. Oh, it's uploaded? Is it public? Yeah, she grew a whole human for you. These people are crazy, and I don't know. It's wild how you can be navigating social media and for long periods of time and not see most of these. It's wild. Even if you're in algorithms that are about true crime, like for me on the other devices. Matter of fact, my computer, I really never use it for anything besides like my lives. Usually I'm on my phone. Occasionally I'll get on there if my phone's going dead or something, and like to join a Discord call or something like that or whatever. But usually I'm not on the computer, but any besides stuff for my lives, and I still wasn't being given and shown any of these cases when I was trying to get on here and see what was going on. So oh, thank you, Hoodie and a Crowbar. I have a long series of these lives, and you know what? They're never really like popular videos. They never really do well, but I usually still try to do them like every week or sometimes every 2 weeks if I'm busy. And I have a playlist I should update, but it's just called True Crime News. And then I started doing some WTF news over the summer because I was like including some things that were not necessarily true crime. But anyways, thank you for being here. And yeah, I appreciate it. I really love to do these, and I really love to I need to know what's going on out in the world, like out where I send my kids every day, right? When they leave and go to school, or when my mom goes out into the world, or my dad, or whatever. I need to know what the hell is going on out there. And I think it's crazy how a lot of people just are not aware of what actually does happen. How many people go missing? How many teachers, preachers, coaches are touching the kids that they're coaching and teaching? You know, how many people are forgetting their babies in hot cars, which is so infuriating. But you just really have no idea like how much it happens. Even I feel like I have no idea. Even though we talk about it often here, every time I go and look and try to see like what's been going on, going through just this Crime Online is a great resource for just seeing many cases that are not well known. And every time I scroll through there, I'm just like, wow, what the fuck? So, oh, Hoodie and a Crowbar, thank you. I'll share a well, I could still do it on my computer. I'll share the playlist Tess, will you do me a favor and go in my playlist and share the True Crime News one? And thank you guys for listening to me and talking about it with me. And just be warned, I wouldn't watch them all, like maybe one every now and then, because I have these tangents I go on. But it's the same every fucking time. We're seeing the same shit over and over again. And it's just infuriating. Because as much as we see it over and over, really many people don't see it at all. So thank you, Tess. should just go to my channel and then videos, lives, like there's a playlist button and just have a link you can share. I should have asked you, Bindi. I just saw Tess first, but it might be easier for Jen. Any lives are good lives with you, Allie. Thank you, J13. Well, I've missed you guys. Oh, so it is posted. Hold on. And I'm going to ask you guys to get this link too. So I will go get it. I'm going to share a link from Bindi. You guys should check out when you leave. It's called The Origins of Evil, Ed Gein documentary trailer. And let me tell you what, she is so, so talented when it comes to putting together these videos. So I think you guys will enjoy it. Thank you, Tess. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for keeping me company, Angela. And I will see you very soon. I promise it's not going to be another week in between times when I see you guys. And yeah, I could probably sit here and ramble some more, but I'll save it for the next time. Randy, man, good to see you. Me either, J13. Oh, you're welcome, Bindi. Oh, thank you, Coffee and Skeletons. All right. Bye, you guys. Have a good night. Thanks for everything. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.